Many of us are American citizens or will become American citizens at some point in our life. For this reason, political knowledge is vitally important for all of us. Political knowledge will dictate who we will vote for and what we will stand for. Many young Americans are uneducated in politics. This is the problem. The detriments of this problem are that because of being misinformed and not knowing enough, many Americans make uneducated and poor political decisions in whom they vote for. Additionally, not having enough political knowledge weakens their own political stances because they never have to argue their point with each other, and they just don't understand each other. They don't understand their own view enough, they don't understand the other view enough. So the main problem, many Americans are uneducated and can't be bothered to engage in politics because they feel it is unimportant. Among all age groups, those aged 18 to 29 are the least engaged in politics, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. In 2016, they were the age group with the lowest turnout. Voters aged 18 through 29 that supported Bernie Sanders many of them sat Super Tuesday out, and for this reason, Joe Biden won, and he became the frontrunner in our current Democratic candidate race. Among voting-age citizens across all groups, not exclusive to age, in 2016, only 61.4% voted. Now, I know this number is not drastically different from past years. However, to me, this doesn't seem like enough. If nearly 40% of Americans are not being represented when it comes to voting, then that's approaching half of all people in our country who feel it's just not important enough to vote. And I think that's not okay, because these people are not being accounted for, and therefore the outcome is not accurately benefiting the country as a whole. Here are more reasons why not being engaged in politics is detrimental. Many think that they know enough and they never have to argue their point because they're never met with opposing views in which they know what they're talking about. Because they never have meaningful conversations and debates, their arguments are shallow and they're not meaningful. It's less relevant. Having an opinion in which you don't understand the other opinion well enough is a less relevant opinion, because each side has obvious benefits and detriments. And if you don't understand each one, including your own, then it's hard to have an opinion that is backed with meaningful logic. Based on a study from Professor Fernbach at the University of Colorado, people often hold extreme political attitudes towards complex policies in which they don't fully understand. And this has been my experience when I talk to people about politics. It's that they feel very strongly about something, but they don't understand other people's point of view. And that doesn't seem right to me, because if you feel strongly about something and if it matters to you, you need to understand the other side, because there are benefits and detriments to every political idea. During debates, humans have a tendency to project, which means to view their own point of view and argument as right, and the other point of view and argument as wrong. And when we have a large group of Americans that don't know enough about their own opinions and other people's opinions, that makes it makes an environment in which nobody learns anything, and they just try to prove the other person wrong and make them feel bad. Now, that's not the point of political debates. The point of political debates is to debate with someone and learn something maybe change your view, change the other person's view. And when we begin the debate thinking we are right, they're wrong, and just trying to stick to that, ends up being a waste of time most of the time. And here's more reasons why I think everyone should study and research their own opinions as well as opposing opinions. Everyone should be able to argue their opinions in political policies because, like I've said before, there are detriments and benefits to almost every political idea. Now, in order to have a viable and relevant opinion, you need to understand the benefits and detriments of the other opinions. And you also gain the respect of the other opinions because if you don't know anything about them, you won't understand it, and it's just not gonna make sense to you. You're gonna view it as you're right, they're wrong, that's it. In my opinion, someone with a meaningful idea is someone who knows the benefits and detriments of their own opinion as well as opposing opinions. In conclusion, I think too many Americans are uneducated in politics, and for this reason they don't vote, not enough votes, and because so many are uneducated, they don't have enough meaningful conversations to change their mind, and so they all end up thinking the same thing that they are not. They end up thinking the same thing that is not fully thought through, I think. And when they're able to argue their own side, when they're able to view the other side, they're able to gain the respect of others' opinions and be able to debate and learn something in a more civilized way. Again, political knowledge is vitally important because it will dictate who we will elect for governors, for presidents in the future. The future depends upon the youth, and if the youth are weak and exploitable, the future will not be in good hands. For this reason, we need to invest in ourselves and learn more about politics and gain more knowledge so that we can benefit ourselves and everyone else. Thank you.